So all right, everybody, I am going to try to do a Zoom tutorial here. Why would you want to use Zoom instead of Google Meet? And everyone can say hi to Mr. Kelly right there. Hey, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly. Maybe he's frozen. Anyway, Google Meet is great, except for you can't, there's a lot of lack of controls. And so you can't lock people out. Anyone can take over anyone's screen. And after you leave, even if you call the meeting, everyone else can stay. So there's some unfiltered time where you could have, say, 15 eighth graders on a Google Meet video chat, and the teacher steps out and they can stay there. So that could be problematic. So I'm going to try to walk you through Zoom here. Right now I'm in a meeting with one of my teachers, Mr. Mike Kelly. He's amazing and just a good-looking dude right there. And I'm actually screen capturing Zoom using Screencast-O-Matic, and so you can see my whole screen. I don't know if it's going to work, and I'm not an expert in Zoom. I just started using it, and so you can create a Zoom account, and I'm going to pull up this part, and all you do to start a meeting is you say start a meeting, and then it'll pull it up, and you can also join a meeting right there as well. And so I'm going to kind of go through just some of the basic settings. Microphones, you can use your system microphone. I have an external microphone I'm using right now, as well as you can use different speakers. And so these are where all your options are. You can click on audio settings and you can see I have a pretty good sound right now for my audio settings. When you go to any setting, it's going to bring up all these settings. And so there's general, video. Right now I am using a virtual background, which I can get into. The audio, how you want to share screen, how you want to do the chats, virtual background, which I'm using right now, like if I wanted to be in San Francisco. If I don't have that on, you can see I just have a green screen behind me, and blue backgrounds, and I'll go with blue for right now. If you want to record, how you want to record it, and some other basic stuff. So you can do the same thing right now. If I click this, it's going to mute me, and I'm going to unmute, and then I can also hide my video right here, and they're just going to see my little icon. So I'm going to do that as well. Seeing Mr. Kelly there right now just muted his camera. I can go to speaker view, I can go to gallery view, and you can go to full screen. If you need to invite somebody, if they're in your contacts, you can do that, or you can just copy this URL and then you can paste it in. And that's how I invited Mr. Kelly here. I just pasted that in. So what's great, there's this manage participants over here, and you can see there's me, the host, and there's Mr. Kelly. If I want to, I can chat with him privately. And you can see down here, if I say hi, and you can see that says private. What's nice is if you have lots of people in this meeting, and you can say not private, meaning everyone can see it. So now you can have some private interactions, which is really helpful. You can also go in, you can stop the video. I can make him the host, and I can even rename him, and I can remove him. So there's a lot of features right there that you can do. So that is managing the participants. You click that right there. To pull up the chat or get rid of it, you just click it right there. It's really easy. If I want to give a big old thumbs up, now Mr. Kelly knows that I'm thinking, man, he's doing a good job right there. If you want to record, I just hit record and it starts recording the meeting. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And what that's going to do when it's done, it's going to save that to my desktop. So there's a lot of things you can do there. And just so you know, the big bulk of everything is right here in share screen. That is really powerful. So I'm going to say, one participant can share at a time. I'm going to go to the advanced sharing, and I can say only I can share. That way no one else can take over. And now when I click that, you have a ton of options. So this current desktop, I have a second monitor up. So if I share that, it's going to share that monitor. And there's nothing over there. It's just a blue desktop. But right now I'm sharing that monitor. I'm going to stop because that doesn't show a whole lot. Then I'm going to share a whiteboard, which is really nice. It's just sharing to everyone, and I'm just drawing, and everyone can see it. It's real easy, clear all drawings. Stop sharing that. Here's where it gets really interesting. You can share your iPad. You can do it via a cable or via AirPlay. I didn't preset this up. It worked at work. So I'm going to grab my iPad here and I'm going to turn it on. So I'm going to say share. We're going to see if it's going to work in live time. I'm going to hit share. It says a plugins required. All right, that was easy. So it's going to tell me to go to the same network, go to screen mirroring, and you're going to look for that. And so now what's really nice is now Mr. Kelly, who I can see up over in this corner here. Mr. Kelly, you can see my iPad, right?
Absolutely.
All right. And so what's really cool about this is if you were using, say, iPivo to do a lesson, right, you can write on it. What's nice is, with iPivo, you can actually take a picture, or I can take a picture, I can take a picture of, that's my mouse right now. I can add that to a board, and now that's there. You can use anything that's on your iPad. What's really cool, I'll show you where I'm at right now. So this is my master closet. That's real Inception right there. Oh my gosh. Second screen, behind me the green screen, right? So what's really cool is you can share whatever's going on in your iPad. And so talk about, having this facing your board, or if we're teaching from our houses, that you can have that pointing to a big piece of paper where you're doing some sort of lesson, but yet they can still see you. So that's really nice. And then if you go to advanced share, you can actually set up sound only or a second camera. Like I have a second webcam on my computer right now, actually capturing me down in the corner, just capturing the screencast. So this was a real quick overview of Zoom. Google Meet, once again, is real easy. You send the link in an email or in a calendar invite and it just works. But this is way more powerful because once you're in the meeting, it's over. And then also you can control who can do what. So there's a lot of control in there. And I've seen a Zoom with, about 20 people, and it works really well. You could totally put up a slide deck and teach as you went through the slides. So let's do that real quick, Mr. Kelly, right? What do you think? That's a great question in the chat room right there. So I'm going to go back to share screen, and I'm going to share from my iPad. I could do it from the computer. But what's nice, the iPad's kind of tactile, right? So I'm going to go back to mirroring, and I'm going to mirror from my iPad here. And I'm going to go to my slides. And I'm going to pick up, this is just an agenda template we use at Chilton. And it's loading it. And I can move this over here, and then I'm going to hit present, and hopefully you see that, right, Mr. Kelly?
Yep.
And so what's great if I use the iPad is I can actually see my speaker notes on my iPad. So when I can actually use that, and then the students can see you up here. You can minimize this. You can make it really small. So there's lots of things you can do here. So once again, I'm not saying that this is going to be the best for everything. It is not as user-friendly as Google Meetup, but there's a lot of other things you can use it for. So thank you guys so much. And if you have any tips or tricks, I'm going to be posting this on Twitter and Facebook, and share it with anyone. We're going to be teaching probably till the end of the year like this, so let's make it as fun and exciting as we can. So thank you, Mr. Kelly. All right, so I'm going to end the meeting for all, and you can see that now it's converting the video that we recorded, and there it is right there. You have the audio only and you have the video. Hopefully this was helpful. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Once again, I'm not an expert on Zoom.